because they added so much articulation. If you go all the way, you can see inside I can't talk. Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're going to be looking at the Halo 4 Play Arts Kai Sarah Palmer figure. I was super excited to get this because it's a campaign character, well, Spartan Ops / campaign, but I do have a little bit of a confession. This figure is defective. It's missing a chunk of its back armor. That's the way they sent it to me. I needed to do the review in order to get it done, obviously, so we're going to just pretend that that's still there. I'm in the process of getting a replacement, and there's another issue in that this paint, this stripe right here that's supposed to be the same as on this side, it's not painted on that side, so we're going to ignore that as well, but hopefully I'll get the replacement soon. Anyway, here's the review for Sarah Palmer. Still a really cool figure. Obviously I'm happy to have it. Once I get the one that's got all the parts to it, I'm going to be especially happy. She stands 9 inches tall, just like the other 3 figures from the line. So I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate. I know in the cutscenes Master Chief was way taller than her, but maybe in some of the cutscenes he wasn't. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and check that, but maybe she's out of scale. But either way, really cool, so I'm okay with it. Before we get into anything else, let's talk accessories. She comes with the railgun, which looks really nice. It's 100% accurate as far as I can tell, and sculpted well. All the nice details, paintwork, everything. She holds it really well with her trigger hand for either side. Each side comes with a trigger hand made wonderfully. Great sculpt work, great paint work. Really no complaints there. She also has an open hand for either side. Right there. And right there, which is also done really well. You can see all the individual plates for the armor, all the texturing, really well done. And she comes with a pistol, just like the Red Soldier. Not quite as impressive as the railgun, but still a very nice accessory. And they both have weapons pegs, and for some reason, you can see the hole for hers is right there, or for the railgun right there, and then the pistol has one right here. Don't know why, but neither of these broke on me. They both pulled out properly, and so the pegs are still intact for both of them, which is nice. I still think that they glued them in. I'm thinking maybe we're not supposed to be taking them out, or somebody doesn't know that we are. But either way, be very careful taking the pegs out if you want to. Otherwise, you will end up with broken pegs, and you'll have to drill that out, and it's a pain in the butt. But we can deal with it. And the last thing she has is this little piece right here, which is simply meant to plug into her back right here so that you can peg her weapons in. Otherwise, if you had this here, the reactor thingy up there gets in the way of the weapons. So that's meant to go there so you can fit the gun this way. Otherwise, the hole is too far in. Okay, so let's look at the figure first looks. The paint is really good. Like I said, I do have this one part that's not painted silver like it's supposed to be, but ignoring that, it is really good. All the little red parts are painted. They're super clean, detailed work. The UNSC on the shoulder pad is really nice, super fine. All the shading, the metallics, the gunmetals, the armor parts are nice pearlescent type of paint. The rest is not. Every detail that's supposed to be there is there. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully the other piece, when I get the replacement figure, will look equally good. I can't say for sure, but I'm thinking it will be just fine. The blue visor looks good. Really everything is just great, and everything that I just said about the paint also applies to the sculpt. You can see all the little nooks and crannies in the armor, the texturing in the bodysuit that they wear. Just everything is so good on these figures. I can't get over it. Easily my favorite batch of figures from Play Arts, and maybe out of every figure that I own, maybe these are my favorite. I don't know, but they're really good. Okay, so let's look at the articulation. The head is on a double ball peg, so full range of motion, side to side, either way, up and down. Not so much up still. We're still not getting that out of these figures, but down for sure. And of course the full rotation, so that's good. She has the butterfly joint for each shoulder, lets the arm come out in front of her. so that she can hold her weapons with 2 hands if she needs to. So that's pretty good. Has a ball disc or ball hinge connected to the butterfly joint. You can see the disc in there, so that gives her a little added articulation. There's a bicep swivel, and then the ball hinge elbow, which swivels at the bicep and at the forearm and is ratcheted. Same joint for the wrists. These are much more fragile. As you can see, they're designed a little bit differently. They're just split in half. It's not the 3-part, it's just the 2-part. So be careful when swapping out the hands, but you shouldn't have too much trouble. That swivels also at the hand and at the forearm and is ratcheted, so plenty of articulation there. Double ball hinge for the torso, full range of motion. Anything you want to do with that torso, you're going to be able to do. Same thing with the lower torso. It's on a ball peg, so it rotates and has just really anything you want to do, you can do it. I mean, these guys are just loaded with articulation, and it's hit it. The only problem is you can see inside the mechanics of it, or however you want to word that, I don't know. But either way, it's got a floating hip piece, so that hides the articulation as long as you don't use too much motion there. You'll be okay. The hips are on ratcheted ball hinges, so they ratchet out from side to side, front to back. Really sturdy ratchets in there. And then the hip itself rotates around on the ball peg. The knees are double hinged, so that's pretty good. I would suggest, since the knee armor is connected to the shin, you just use the top joint, and it makes the figure look just a little bit better when you bend the knees. That's just my opinion though. And then the ankles are the same as the elbows and the wrists. They swivel at the shin and at the foot and have the ratchet. No more ugly cut joint in there like the first 2 figures. So if you want to rotate the foot, just rotate the ball hinge, and you can do that. So really all the articulation you need. The peg does go in at an angle also for the foot, so you can get some rotation out of that without even rotating the hinge. But if you need more, just rotate the hinge and put the foot on it like that, so that you have even more of an ankle rocker. So really, the articulation on this is great. She has probably even better proportions than the male Spartans, just because she has the smaller shoulders and her hips would naturally be wider because she's a female than the males. So that would make the most sense. So it's a really, really good figure. I can't wait to get the one in that's fixed. But what are you going to do, right? That happens sometimes with mass production. So I do recommend the figure. It's really good. It also comes with a base just like the other ones, or a stand. So that is inside underneath the blister. You've got the base and the uprights and all that. On the side you have the instructions for how to put it all together and an idea of what it's going to look like. It's adjustable in height and angle and all that kind of stuff. So really nice little stand, and this talks about the hands and the weapons and that sort of thing. So there's all that stuff. Don't forget that's in there. I do recommend this figure. It's really good. I do recommend it. I'll say that a few more times. So go get this if you can. They're great figures. If you didn't see it, check out the Red Spartan Soldier figure review and get that one too, because they're all awesome. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, more custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.